A federal judge has just stepped in and stopped the Trump administration from ending legal protections for hundreds of thousands of Haitian immigrants. The ruling came just hours before those protections were set to expire. For nearly 350,000 people, this decision means they can stay, work, and live in the United States, at least for now. But this case is about more than immigration. It raises bigger questions about executive power, humanitarian protections, and how far a president can go when rolling back long-standing programs. And buried deep inside this ruling is one detail that could shape future immigration cases far beyond Haiti. Let's break down exactly what happened and why it matters. Here's the situation. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from terminating what's known as Temporary Protected Status, or TPS, for Haitian nationals living in the United States. TPS is a humanitarian program that allows people from countries facing extreme conditions, such as war, natural disasters, or widespread instability, to live and work legally in the U.S. In this case, the Department of Homeland Security had announced plans to end TPS protections for Haitians, arguing that conditions in Haiti had improved enough to allow people to return. That decision would have taken effect in early February 2026. But before that deadline arrived, a federal court intervened. The judge issued an emergency order stopping the termination, meaning Haitian TPS holders can keep their legal status while the case moves forward. This ruling matters because of its timing and its implications. The Trump administration had already made clear it wanted to aggressively roll back humanitarian immigration programs, including TPS. Ending protections for Haitians would have been one of the largest single removals of legal status in recent U.S. history. Instead, the court said, not so fast. The judge raised serious concerns about whether the administration followed proper legal procedures and whether the decision was based on objective evidence. That alone is significant. Federal courts generally give the executive branch broad discretion on immigration matters. When a judge steps in like this, it signals that something about the process raised red flags. To understand this case, you need to understand TPS. Temporary Protected Status was created to prevent the U.S. from deporting people back to countries that are clearly unsafe. Haiti first received TPS after the devastating earthquake in 2010. Since then, conditions in Haiti have remained unstable, marked by political turmoil, economic collapse, natural disasters, and more recently, extreme gang violence. Over the years, both Democratic and Republican administrations repeatedly extended TPS for Haitians, acknowledging that returning people en masse would be dangerous. TPS holders are not undocumented immigrants. They are legally present, undergo background checks, and are authorized to work. Many have lived in the U.S. for more than a decade. They've built families, careers, and communities. The numbers here are staggering. An estimated 350,000 Haitian nationals currently rely on TPS. They are healthcare workers, construction workers, service industry employees, business owners, parents, and students. Many live in states like Florida, New York, Massachusetts, and New Jersey. If TPS had ended, many would have lost work authorization immediately. Some would have faced deportation to a country struggling with violence, food shortages, and weak infrastructure. So why did the judge step in? According to the ruling, the court found that the administration may have failed to properly justify its decision to end TPS. The judge questioned whether the government adequately considered current conditions in Haiti. The ruling also pointed to concerns that the decision may have been influenced by political considerations rather than humanitarian facts. Importantly, the judge did not permanently block the termination. This is a temporary halt, meant to preserve the status quo while the case moves forward. But even a temporary block sends a strong message. It tells the administration that immigration decisions, especially those affecting hundreds of thousands of lives, must follow the law carefully. This case could have ripple effects far beyond Haiti. Similar legal challenges have already been filed over TPS protections for people from other countries, including Venezuela, Honduras, and El Salvador. If courts continue to scrutinize how TPS decisions are made, future administrations, Republican or Democratic, may face tighter limits. Politically, the ruling reignites debate over immigration enforcement versus humanitarian responsibility. Supporters of ending TPS argue the program was never meant to be permanent. Opponents say conditions in Haiti remain far too dangerous to justify mass returns. This ruling doesn't settle that debate, but it delays a decisive outcome. There are three possible paths forward. First, the government could appeal the ruling, pushing the case to a higher court. Second, the lawsuit challenging the TPS termination could succeed, forcing DHS to reconsider or restart the process properly. Third, Congress could step in, though immigration legislation has historically been difficult to pass. For now, Haitian TPS holders can breathe a little easier, but their future remains uncertain. This ruling is a pause, not an ending. It highlights the tension between immigration enforcement and humanitarian protection in the United States, and it shows how a single court decision can affect hundreds of thousands of lives overnight. As this case continues, the outcome could reshape how TPS is handled for years to come. If you want clear, calm breakdowns of major political and legal developments like this, subscribe to the channel. And let us know in the comments, should temporary protected status be temporary, or has it become something more permanent in today's world?